morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Sheila Fawson.
And I'm Greg Fawson. We produce the broadcast.
My name's Raheem Quasi. I'm going to play some songs today.
And I'm Dr. Ernestina Garcia, and I will be doing the readings.
Good to see everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
And it's a beautiful morning here in Colorado.
Yeah.
Lots of sunshine.
So we start with our purpose.
No, we're going to do an evocation.
Okay. Will you do it?
I guess I will.
Wait to see my voice.
So I just invite you to just like take a nice, deep, pleasant breath. Close your eyes. As we recognize that there is one power, one presence, one life that we call God, and many, many, many other names, and it's all the same one power, the same one presence for each and every one of us. So I know that the service unfolds in ease and grace and effortlessness. And I know that each one of us is blessed and is a blessing. And so I release it, I let it go, and together we say, and so it is.
It is. And here is our purpose. There.
The purpose of our spiritual community is to be a spiritual community, to be supportive to all those who are seeking support, to practice and live unconditional love, to be non-judgmental and forgiving, to embrace oneness, to join all others who want to co-create a world that works for everyone, all cultures, all races, all sexual orientations, and all life. And together we say, and so it is.
So,
Raheem.
yeah.
Hi there. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you back.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start off by singing a song that I've sang here before. It's called In This Life. And it's just kind of it's kind of biographical. It could be autobiographical to me, but it's kind of a biographical song about the journey of how we can get lost in our own thoughts. But then we have to kind of finally realize, wait. It's about loving and caring about each other and ourselves. It's called In This Life. I'm thinking way too much. People say I'm in a rush, and nothing really gets real done. And I know that there's so much to do. In this life, we save what time can't be erased. Still, maybe I'll get out of bed, set some goals, get ahead. Fill the shelf with books I've read. Wonder what became of me. What's up with this self-pity, man? I should focus on the love I see, 'cause I know that there's not really more. In this life, we take what time can't erase. The future is grace. I'll sing that again. The future is grace. In this life, we face what time can't erase. So maybe I'll get out of bed, build a birdhouse, bake some bread, reconsider things I've said, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. In this life.
Yeah.
Well, we'll make some announcements now.
Yeah. So, visit our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and you'll find the affirmations and the prayer that we do every week. So I find that very useful. It's like if I'm feeling a little down or something, all I have to do is put the website up, and there's all kinds of affirmations and prayers and things that kind of just bring me right out of it. And so also, Reverend Michael writes easy for me to say, but writes blogs. And so there's always some good articles out there for you to read that Reverend Michael wrote too. So I had something else I wanted to say. Oh, the way we do this is we're a nonprofit organization, and the only way we can do this is if people donate. And so if this is meaningful to you, then we ask you to help us continue to do this and donate to Centers for Spiritual Living North Metro. And you can see on the banner, you can use Venmo, PayPal, credit and debit cards, checks. Go to the website, cslnorthmetro.org. That says .com, but it's org. cslnorthmetro.org. And you find lots of good information out there as well, and you can donate and help us do the thing we do. I think that's it for me.
So, another song?
Yes.
All right. Right.
Oh, yes. Seaside Sunday, kites fly, kids play, side by side. Oh, how high kites fly. Reach for the clouds. Birds dive down. Raindrops fall. Sea sprays a song, but wind has a plan. No matter our hands, so pull it in. So pull it in and fly your kite again.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. What do you call that?
It's called Flying Kites.
I like it. That's a really interesting mood.
Yeah, good.
Thank you. We'll have some more of you a little later.
Very good.
All right. So now we're going to bring forth Dr. Ernestina.
Hi, everyone. Affirmations for September 28th, 2025, written for us by Stephen Anthony. Please repeat after me. I choose to accept and embody unconditional love.
I choose to accept and embody unconditional love.
My life is a magnet for abundant and positive blessings.
My life is a magnet for abundant and positive blessings.
Infinite possibilities are open to me here and now.
Infinite possibilities are open to me here and now.
With every breath I take, I accept the divine essence of my being.
With every breath I take, I accept the divine essence of my being.
Life responds to the beliefs and thoughts that I put into it.
Life responds to the beliefs and thoughts that I put into it.
I cultivate an inner conversation of praise, compassion, and gratitude.
I cultivate an inner conversation of praise, compassion, and gratitude.
And together we say,
And so it
is. Okay, the reading selected for us by the Reverends is from the book 365 Nirvana, Here and Now, edited by Josh Barron. Selection written by Henry David Thoreau. We had a remarkable sunset one day last November. I was walking in a meadow, the source of a small brook, when the sun at last, just before setting, after a cold gray day, reached a clear stratum in the horizon, and the softest, brightest sunlight fell on the dry grass and on the stems of the trees in the opposite horizon and on the leaves of the shrub oaks on the hillside, while our shadows stretched long over the meadow eastward, as if we were the only motes in the beams. It was such a light as we could not have imagined a moment before, and the air was so warm and serene that nothing was wanting to make a paradise in that meadow. When we reflected that this was not a solitary phenomena, never to happen again, but that it would happen forever and ever, and infinite number of evenings, and cheer and reassure the latest child that walked there, it was more glorious still. Together we say, and so it is.
Thank you.
Though I feel like saying hallelujah.
You can say that.
Hallelujah.
It's interesting that what we were talking about with Raheem and his morning service, that this reading fits right in with what he was talking about.
Yes.
So let's bring him forth.
Yes, for more music.
Hello. Let's shift to acoustic guitar. And this song is called "Let the Fruit Fall," and it comes from I think, as a society, maybe in America, we tend to grow up not knowing we have permission just to feel good, feel great. It's almost like you have to hide it or something. Or if you're doing good things, you don't have to brag about it, but I think we're taught to be, very under. All that said, that's a little too much talking. But so it's a song called "Let the Fruit Fall Where It Falls." Like we're planting seeds, and that's what you're doing with your messages. You're planting. You're a seed planter. You're Johnny and Janie Appleseed. Going through the countryside, and oh, let the fruit fall where it falls. Let that seed grow mighty tall. Let the fruit fall where it falls. Oh, let the sun warm your soul. Let it fill every hole. Yes, in your soul, in your soul. Oh, let the moon remind us how to swoon. Oh, let this sunny day remind us everything's gonna be okay. Oh, let that fruit fall. Sunny day remind us everything's gonna be okay. La la la, 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 la la la. Maybe this song's too happy, I'm not sure, but I think it's okay. La, la. Seeds grow. Let that sun warm your soul.
Yeah. Heard that. Really heard that. I don't remember hearing that before. But
Yeah,
it's so in tune with the talk we're giving today.
exactly. Yeah, it kind of pulled me to that. Your primer, your prompt kind of led me to like,
Oh, good.
yeah.
Well, we're not through with you yet, so
Okay.
hang on.
I'll be
We're
here.
gonna do that thing.
I'll be
We'll
here
see you in a
listening.
bit.
Very good.
Yeah. Majesty. This teaching has been around for a while, and we've had some great teachers. One of them is Florence Scofield Shin, and she was a New Thought teacher and an artist, and she was around the time of the turn of the century, and I thought about what we may talk about this week, and I thought let's get down to the basic science of mind and deal with creation. And so this is what she has to say. We can never receive what we cannot see ourselves receiving. We can never receive what we cannot see ourselves receiving, for everything comes through us and not to us. That's pretty deep. Mm-hmm. That's what I'd like to address. When I ask myself why I'm in this teaching, things come up like, do I believe our God is bountiful? Yes, I do. I believe that. Do I believe our God is powerful? Yes, I do. I believe that. Do I believe my God is beautiful? How can it be not anything else? When you look at all creation, it's just amazing. Do I believe God created us and everything else, seen and unseen. Yes, I believe that to the depths of my heart. Through everything that I've learned since I come into this teaching has proven it right to me, not to you, but to me. Some may have gotten proof through me, but mostly it's the work you do. It's amazing to me that God created the smallest particle in the largest solar system, and even more huge than that is the cosmic web. When I thought about the cosmic web, it came to me, and I thought, what is it really? Well, I'll read you what I got. The largest scale structure in the universe is the Kipu, the cosmic superstructure stretching approximately 1.3 billion light years in length and containing 200 quadrillion solar masses. This is an enormous collection of galaxies clusters that's composed of main filament and smaller branching filament, similar to the Incan counting device, which was named after. What's interesting to me is that us as human beings have a way of measuring that. I mean, how do they know that? It's just amazing what the creative mind can do, and how much there is for us to learn, to become more of ourselves. And everything is created through the thought of the one mind, and that mind is God's mind. Everything that's created, including you and me, we're all created by the one mind. Since there's only one mind, and your mind is one with God's mind, all creation must create through us and for us. It can't do anything else. Just where do we put our attention? In order for you and me to create that which we want in our lives, we must be able to see it in our individual lives, mind use of the one mind, because it's there. And it's not the easiest thing to see when you're in a time of turmoil, but it's always there. So we get to practice seeing life as God sees life. We're always creating through thought, whether we know it or not. Thought is always happening, so we're always creating. And that's scary. Because if we're not aware of our thoughts, then those thoughts can create something powerful, especially if something uncomfortable has happened to you, something that you didn't think you brought into your consciousness, but some thought must have done it because that's the way the process works. It's also up to us to know what we want, knowing that we already have it. So when you want something, know that you already have it. It's already in the outside space and time, but in this majestic creative force that just can't help itself. It has to create. So we're called upon to see it as if it's already so, to believe it as it's already so, and to live it like it's already so. So it takes your awareness, it takes your belief, but it takes you living as if it's already so. And it's easy for me to see how creation can come to that. If I'm living like whatever I want is already so, then I'm experiencing it as if it's already so. So it's mine, right here and right now. And it's up to the creator that we put our thoughts into to pick the time and space. Because we may think we need it right now, but Spirit knows that you need to go through whatever experience you need to go through to get what you want.
Well, so we're also not creating just alone. Right? We're around other people and they're creating as well. And so there's a whole lot of people creating a whole lot of things. And I think we bump into each other occasionally as well. I don't, if I were just sitting in the room, just meditating and thinking about what I wanted, that would be one thing. But mostly we're out in the world bumping into other people and their thoughts and their desires, and everybody's creating. And so it can kind of get a little confusing sometimes. And if we start thinking about, oh, well, I'm thinking of just this and I don't have it yet, something must be wrong. It might just be that there's a whole lot of other thoughts bumping into the mind, and you think you're just thinking of one thing, and yet we're thinking of all kinds of things all at the same time. So we might be thinking of what we don't want at the same time we're thinking of what we do want sometimes.
The way it describes it, if I'm like angsting or it's not coming,
Yes,
and I'm not knowing that it's already done,
that's right.
those two things can't fit in the same sock.
Right. Well, they can, but it won't create exactly what we want
Well,
or
you,
what we think we want.
you can put in the smelly socks, and that'll give you what you are thinking. Anyway, there are areas of everybody's lives where the practice of the process of knowing a desire is already done, already at hand, already exists in actual form in the invisible. It's not an easy thing to do in the world.
No, not.
It's probably one of the hardest practices to practice because your mind will always want to defy this thing. Well, not always, but a lot of times will defy this thing that you're trying to create in your life. Be it peace, be it harmony, be it prosperity, be it divine health. When you're going through something and you're experiencing lack and limitation, then it's hard to bust out of that thing and see yourself as rich. Nobody said it'd be easy, but what I know is if you can get to the place of understanding that which you want in your life, God wants for you. And it's up to you to keep your mind clear and open to those things that may prevent you from having the thoughts that keep you from creating what it is you want.
So I think that's where prayer comes in too. And sometimes we need to ask somebody else to pray,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes we can think we're praying for a thing, but we also have that thing going on. Oh yeah, you think that, because the mind can do a lot of things. There's a lot of parts and things. So it could also, while you're claiming one thing, the mind can say, yeah, that's what you're thinking. And so that's what practitioners are for. That's what having the minister pray for you. That's what having a friend pray for you, with you, so that the energy can be that of what we do want instead of what we don't want. Because while we have that thought of what we don't want still going on while we're doing what we do want, we're negating it. And so it's important, I think, to keep our thoughts on that, but also be aware of the tricky things going on back behind it. That, oh yeah, that's what you think, and those kind of negative thoughts that are going on in the head as well.
Yeah, so it's important what my daughter just said, to not think you have to do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because if one person can think their desires into fruition, then just think with two people, it more than doubles the energy. It's starting to become something larger than what you put into it. And what I mean by that is sometimes I may be praying for abundance, and I'll get abundance of pain and sorrow because I wasn't clear and full of that thing that I want. I wasn't clear.
Well, and sometimes we don't really believe we can have it. So it's important for us to look at that too. It's like, I'm saying, I believe I can have this, but what's going on in the back of my mind? And get clear on that too. And I think that's when it's really helpful to have someone pray with you.
It's funny because a lot of times when people think of majesty, they think of a king or a queen, but it's really about the one power. And for me, God's majesty is that one power, the only source, the only foundation for creating anything we want in our lives. We are wholly beyond our limited thoughts. We are wholly beyond our limited thoughts. And that's good to remember. We wouldn't experience our holiness if we did not create the good of God in our lives. So think about it. If you're not experiencing creation in your life, then you're not experiencing God in His fullness, because we're creating machines. We're forever creating. And it's good to be aware of where you are on this path of creation.
I think it's good to ask someone to pray with you too, as you're learning how your thoughts are creating, and maybe you're having a positive thought and two negative ones, and having someone else pray out loud with you is a really strong statement of belief. I just really find that helpful, out loud praying. And even yourself, pray out loud. It's a lot more powerful. Because I know what goes on in my brain. I can be thinking of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 things all at the same time in my brain. But when I say it out loud, then that makes it have more powerful, because it shuts the other voices up while I'm talking out loud.
Very good point.
And I think sometimes we forget about that, and we think, well, I'll just go into this little corner and pray. And I know there are those things that say pray in the closet. Well, it's also important to know that what you're saying, when you're saying it out loud, I think is more believable to your mind than just thoughts. Because I have so many thoughts running through my head all of the time that saying it out loud puts those back in the back, and the thing that I want to be thinking about and the thing that I want to be manifesting, I'm putting out loud up front.
Mm-hmm. So basically, this thing called creation that we've discovered through this teaching, and really it changed my life completely, to know that I can create whatever I want in my life and live that creation, be the living example of that creation. So let us now see ourselves. I mean, really take a good look, and let the highest possibility of us all rush forth and to be revealed. The highest possibility of you and I to rush forth and be revealed as our lives. Let us see ourselves as God sees us. Then that us will show up. If we see ourselves as God sees ourselves, then that us will show up. What is God's majesty? It's God's own power. But better yet, who is God's majesty? You and I. And every living thing, every creative possibility, including the, what's it called? Gizu. That's something to bring into your exploration.
We'll say that again.
Say what again?
What that was.
Oh, Gizu?
Yeah.
That's the largest structure in the universe. Kipu, sorry, it's Kipu. And it's the billion light years by
Oh.
the quadrillion light years Look it up, because I wrote about it and I still can't explain it. But I'm in awe of what God can create.
Mhm.
I mean, it's just, if God can create the kipu, then I can create a little abundance in my life. I can create a little peace in my life. I can create a little love in my life. And then if I've created that, then it'll multiply.
Mhm.
And I won't have just a little, I'll have more than I can use.
Mhm.
And start giving back.
Mhm.
How good is that?
So I found this quote by Ernest Holmes that I really like. He says, I express the spirit within so that only love and confidence go out to everyone I meet, blessing everything I touch and bringing peace and comfort and joy to my world. And I just think, what if we were all doing that all of the time, expressing the spirit so that only love and confidence, actually for ourselves and for everyone we meet, blessing everything we touch. There are moments when I'm like that, kind of a lot of the times when I'm out in the garden, and that, remember the basic talk about science of mind is seed, soil, plant, and that we have to have the seeds of what it is we want to create. We have to put it into fertile soil so that we have it. And so it's so important that we are constantly aware of what we're thinking and how we're expressing, because we can say, I want this thing, but if I'm planting a weed seed, I'm not going to get a flower. And if I'm planting a rose, I'm not going to get a daffodil. So it's just so important that we constantly be aware of what we're thinking and how we're expressing it, because that's what we're creating, is what's going on in our head. And I know when I saw this title, I started thinking about what's God's majesty to me. I mean, how is it visible? It's visible in the sunset, in the sunrise. It's visible in the sunset. It's visible in the mountains, and we're so lucky that we get to see those mountains here. We were driving someplace the other day, and the light was hitting those mountains in such a way. I was driving, so I couldn't be as in awe as I wanted to be. I obviously was still behind the wheel of the car, but it's just breathtaking sometimes, the views that we get. And I know it is everywhere, but we especially, because we have mountains around us, and it was just glorious the way the sun was hitting the mountains and the snow on the top of them. Remember that moment?
Mhm.
And we get to have those all the time. Everywhere we look, there's majesty. Everywhere they look, there's magic. And we start looking for it outside, and then we start looking for it inside. And then we begin to understand we're creating this life that we have here. And yes, we're going to bump into negative things, because that's part of the experience of being here. And also remembering that what we're thinking about, we create. And if we're thinking about what we don't want, we're creating that. If we're thinking about what we do want, we're creating that. If we're thinking bad things about other people, we're creating that for ourselves as well, because it's our thoughts that are negative at that point. So I just think it's so important to remember that we're creating every moment, because God's always saying yes. Every single thought we have, God's saying yes to. And so it's so important to, first of all, be clear about what we do want, because if we're not clear about it and we're bouncing around, we're going to have bouncing around results. But also remembering to keep our thoughts about what we do want and not what we don't want, because that's what we want to create.
So let's pray.
Okay.
Would you do it?
So I'm going to just invite you to close your eyes, take a nice deep cleansing breath. As we recognize there's one power, one presence, one infinite internal oneness, always present, always creating, always saying yes. That is right where each one of us is all of the time. And so as we gather our thoughts together, and as we begin to sift through them and release all of what we don't want and focus on what we do want, and know that we want goodness for ourselves and for everyone, and we want wholeness for ourselves and for everyone, and we want peace for ourselves and for everyone. And so we know that we hold this love and this peace and this power within ourselves, and it does multiply. And as we focus on what we do want and let go of that which we don't want, we begin to see the truth in our lives and see that peace and that love and that power in our lives as we go forward. And so in absolute gratitude to know that right where we are, God is, and that as we recognize that it's our thoughts that bring us forward into that which we are creating, and we release that which we do not want, and we hold that space for everyone to be one with God, one with each other, one with all that is, because that is the truth. That is the truth of our being. That is the truth of all being. And so I just am so, so, so grateful to know that that is true and that that is manifesting right here and right now. And so I release it. I let it go. I allow it to be. And together we say, and so it is. Amen, Ashe, Aho, and woo-hoo.
We're just floating here, upside down. We stay so busy, we can't feel the ground, and we miss all this. We're just floating here, connecting or not. Our purpose is not so clear. We've somehow forgot. We're here to experience bliss, 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 bliss. A leaf falling from a tree, a child laughing so hard, your partner opening up, exposing their heart, as we remember who we are. It's only love that we see. 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 It's only love we will be.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Ah,
Good,
feeling good about ourselves.
Yes.
Here comes the rest of the game.
beautiful.
Beautiful song.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's so funny because just before you sang the part with the leaf drop, I saw this one little yellow leaf. And right now, the tree is all green behind us.
Yeah.
But I saw that one drop, and it's like, and then all of a sudden, we're all gone.
Oh, I love
And
it.
just to see,
Oh,
and I just noticed that.
Oh,
I saw one.
yellow leaf.
yes. That is
Yeah.
so cool. Synchronicities. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah, that was cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, really good songs today.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Gosh, such a pleasure and a privilege to share, you know. Because I play shows in clubs and theaters and things like that, and this is a whole other niche of expression that's on a different whole type of level. And I very much value it. It's kind of a balancing agent in a lot of ways, you know. So,
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Nice.
mhm.
So, do you have some of your other music also on
Yeah, on
uh,
Spotify.
on
Yeah,
Spotify?
I
Okay.
have like 3 albums and then a single, and then the single is a Christmas song I wrote, and
Cool.
but the next album's coming out here in about 3 months, and it's
Yay.
very rich and deep. It's
Oh,
kind of
cool.
these kind of some of these songs. Um,
Oh, good.
well, I mean, it's deep, it's a heavy, beautiful, lush, and gorgeous, but it's got meat on the bone. It's not just the skin.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
And your piano playing also is just.
That's
Oh,
awesome. Yeah.
it's,
thank you, thank you.
it's so unique.
You know, because I'm self-taught, and that creates the uniqueness. You know,
Yeah.
because I shun. I mean, I took lessons as a child, you know, to get my brain probably separated,
Uh-huh.
and my hands, you know. But then the rest, I kind of like, you know, you can learn too much with creative stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then it becomes like you're following the
It's
rules.
it's
you
rote
know?
almost.
Yeah, and then it's
Yeah.
like no. I want to maintain my own whatever comes out of me, you know. So,
Mhm.
That's cool.
so, yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A good message too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good
You know,
Great
message.
message.
when we remember, kind of a part of the whole message of the day is like remembering who we are, so we can really absorb and accept the goodness that's all around, you know, and then we seek it, and then it becomes a cycle of attracting better things, and you know, so easy to fall into that negative world, and then we don't even know it, but we're attracting it.
We turn on the TV and we know it.
Yeah. So we have to guard ourselves, you know, and we have to
We do.
bolster, like immune. It's like we have to take
Yes.
immunity drugs, you know, mental, spiritual immunity drugs,
Yeah.
boost our immunities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I love service so much, because I need to be reminded over and over
Me
again,
too.
you know, and I get it from the music, for the service, and from the reading, where it says, you know, the sun is going to rise ever, forever and ever. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It gives me a lot of hope and changes my perspective.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Everything's gonna be okay.
Everything is okay.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. There we go. Thank you.
Everything is. Yeah, that's what you said.
Good message about getting back to basics and being aware of your thoughts and being aware of what you want and remembering who you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we do the closing prayer and end the broadcast?
Let's do.
Yeah, we can end the broadcast and
Yep.
just come back here and have
Yeah.
fellowship. Yeah.
Okay.
So just stay on the line.
Yep. Stay on the broadcast. Yeah.
So you do it.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just inviting you to close your eyes. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. As we recognize that one power, that one presence, that one life, that is the life of each and every one of us and all of us, that there is no separation. There is only that one power and that one presence. That is all that is. So I know as we go forth this day, we go forth in joy and in peace and in harmony and in oneness, and absolute productivity for those of us who have something else we have to do today. It flows with ease and effortless and grace, and we just slide right through it and fly right through it. And so absolute gratitude to know that right where we are, God is all the time in all things. I am so grateful. I release this word. I let it go. I allow it to be. And together we say, and so it is.
Yes. All right. Let's see you all back here in 1 minute.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to say goodbye now. I have to work in the apartment that I'm creating still.
All right.
All right. Thank you,
Take
Raheem.
care, everybody.
Thank
See
you.
you again.
Thank you, Raheem.
My
Loved
pleasure.
it.
Me
Beautiful.
too.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody. Okay.
I'm
bye.
looking you up online.
Please do.
I actually already did.
Good. 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 All right. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Making the picture bigger too. What I've discovered, when I
And